Hey everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today we are continuing to get ready for this peace conference between the Ishgardians and the Ravanians in the hopes of finally officially putting an end to the 1,000-year Dragonsong War. Honoroi and Monolane, what are we up to next? I'm still on babysitting duty, it seems. I am sorry, my lady, truly I am. I believe you. And Monolane seems rather pleased with himself. Oh, and this should, of course, go without saying, but let's keep those last few favors between us, yes? Or Torel wouldn't understand. Right then, the first floor of those barracks has been converted into a tavern for the duration of the conference. Why don't you go and have something to eat? For once, a suggestion with which I agree. Go on ahead, Satora. I will join you anon.
Welcome, welcome! Find yourself an empty seat and I'll be with you in a moment. Cold out, isn't it? Here, a mug on the house. Let's get some colour back in them cheeks. Freed food will be a bit longer than usual. We've got a lot of hungry folk to feed, what with the conference and all. Oh, so many people with cause to celebrate. To think there could be peace in our time, after all them years of fighting. When I heard about the conference, I knew I had to come. I knew I had to be here, to do my bit. My husband, he died fighting the dragons, you see. And here we are, about to break bread with him.
You all right, my love? You look tired. Reckon you could do with a good long rest? After all you've done, I'd say you've earned it. Sleep now. Sleep. Sleep and leave us to our affairs.
This was never your fight.
My son. They told me he walks in Alone's halls. Him and the rest of his unit.
They told me the same.
I expect they think it's comforting. Every time I come, I cry. I cannot bear to remember, but to forget would be 1,000 times worse. Yet that is what they would have us do. Accept this truth for the sake of peace. Bury the past and look to the future. He was my future, my flesh and blood, my heart.
Is this it? We're the only ones with the courage to oppose this madness? Cowards, a lot of them.
They think only of the prize, of the peace Sir Emmerich promises them. They know in their hearts it's a lie, but they go along with it anyway, desperate fools. But not I. Not I! I see the worm that killed my brother in my dreams every night, and I will not rest until he lies broken at my feet. Him and every last one of his accursed kin.
All this nonsense about Kings of Eld, as if I care what they did or didn't do, makes no difference to me and mine. Have the dragons sued for peace in 1,000 years? Are they bollocks? It's a bloody ruse is what it is, and Sir Emmerich and the rest of them bloody fallen for it.
But what can we do? They believe, and naught we can say will ever change their minds. Whether we like it or not, man and dragon will come together at Vulcan's Nest, and all will be forgiven. Forgiven and forgotten.
No. I will not let that happen. They will remember the true face of the enemy. I will show it to them. And we will rise up against them once more.
Hey! Hey! This is no time for napping. Do you have your wits about you? Good. Come with me. We have a crisis on our hands.
Hear me, brothers and sisters. Do not be fooled by the honeyed words of the Dravarnians. The peace they promise is but a prelude to slaughter. Remember your husbands and wives never returned from war. Your children torn apart by fang and claw. All your loved ones shown no mercy. Does not your heart cry out for vengeance? Your blood boil at the injustice? Remember the face of your enemy, brothers and sisters. Remember it, and strike back!
You there! Don't just stand around gawping! Do something, man! Stop her!
Yes, my lord.
See here the true nature of the Highborn. With lies and deception they lead us to our doom. And dare we raise our voices in dissent? Death is our reward. This is the choice they have given us, brothers and sisters. Death by dragon's fang, or death by nobleman's command. Death
to all we hold dear. I spit on your choices, noblemen! You will take no more from me! No more! No more!
What have you done? I only did as you ordered, my lord. I gave no such order. I did not. I never meant for anyone to...
Monolane? Where the fuck did you just go? You fucking idiots! Oh, where is he? 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 He's not up here. Didn't see him down here. Oh, we've got to beat his ass. God damn it. Okay, like... The tensions are understandably high. I definitely get why there would be a lot of people who are not very happy about the idea of peace with the Ravanians. The Ravanians have had maybe 1 or 2 generations since this war started, while the Ishgardians have lived in it for over 1,000 years. Yeah, no, it's not easy on the Ishgardians, who didn't know any better, because their fucking government kept lying to them. Oh dear. Hey, I know you came for the conference. Gods, how could I have been so foolish? She was right. Oh no, and then a monolith goes and creates the perfect propaganda opportunity for them. This is not what we wanted at all. Also, holy shit. I just joked in like an episode ago about, yeah, sorry, Emmerich, had to hesitate on deciding whether or not to get a drink with you because last time I got a drink with a leader of a city-state or a nation, I was framed for regicide. Now I'm the one getting poisoned. Awesome. Hate this. I dare say that could not have played out any worse, given that the First Command and Lord Artoriel are not here to take control of the situation. I spoke with a messenger who said they would be returning shortly, but until they do, naught will be done. Lord Monolane has retreated to the barracks and is refusing to speak to anyone. Therefore, it falls to us to ensure that order has been fully restored. Come, let us walk the streets and speak with the people. And Monolane, you had one fucking job and you killed someone who understandably is not necessarily happy about the situation. I'm not saying she's right by any means. She's completely wrong, but like, it's important to be able to empathize with at least where they're coming from, and it's understandable why they may not be entirely up for this yet. That's why we need to work on it and make sure both sides are making progress towards peace with each other and learning to forgive and forget. My wife and I fell while fleeing with the others at first. The chirurgeons tended to our bruises afterwards. Those mad fools have ruined everything, and for what? Well, Edmund Fortam, I hope you are very proud of the son you raised. I don't mean to put the blame on you, but you did raise him. I'd heard the rumors that the young lord was a drunken fool. What imbecile thought it would be a good idea to let him have the run of Falcon's Nest? Well, I say him and Sir Emmerich take their bloody change and shove it up their arses. I'll not be taken in by that rot again. Oh, bad. They were wrong to resort to violence, but when I heard her speak, her words were as a dagger in my heart. Who are we to decide that enough is enough? That their calls for justice can never be answered? Will this be the end of it, or will there be others like them and the true brothers? I do not want to bear steel against my kinsmen ever again. I do not know if I even can. Yep, nope, the situation is fucking dire. This is awful. Oh, and Monolane, you fucked up. You could not have fucked up any worse. Oh, God. Granted, he did not say shoot her. I will give him that he did not say to shoot her, but he could have. He was in command. He needed to be a hell of a lot more clear than that. Well, what say you? I say we're fucked. The tides have turned against us. Still, the violence has passed, but the people are far from recovered. That is to be expected. For the moment, it appears that no innocents were harmed by the guards. The blame for all casualties can be placed squarely upon the protesters. Also, one of the protesters was killed. Nevertheless, the people will not soon forget the image of a young lordling ordering the public execution of an unarmed protester, one whose words resonated with the hearts of many. After all, who among us has not lost loved ones? Fuck! Thancred would like nothing more than to leave Falcon's Nest behind. God, I fully agree. Hey, we're getting weapons. They're really giving us these weapons? Okay, sure. They're giving us samurai weapons? Okay, sure. Lord Artoirel and the first commander should have returned by now. To the tavern, then. Their first order of business will be to speak with Lord Monolane, and I somehow doubt that he has moved an ilm since last we saw him. Yeah, and Monolane is almost certainly tearing into himself for the shit he just pulled, for everything he just ruined. He may be an incompetent fool, but he's not stupid. He knows how badly he just fucked up. Fury take me, what a disaster. I should never have left. Listen, I'm sorry. I would have stopped this, but I was literally poisoned. My apologies, Satora. I bear full responsibility for this debacle. There will be time for that later. I, for one, am more concerned about picking up the pieces. What do we know? According to initial reports, the protest was orchestrated by the young woman whom Lord Monolane ordered shot. She and her conspirators infiltrated Falcon's Nest, posing as servants and guests. Several were taken alive, others resisted and were struck down. Still others took their own lives. Jeez! Ooh, they are really devoted to their cause. They really believe this is the end of the world then. Our forces suffered casualties as well, but by the grace of the Fury, no civilians were seriously injured. Okay, but you did end up killing some of the protesters. That's not great. They were armed, so it does at least help with the optics. Or at least it doesn't hurt the optics as much, but it's still a really bad situation. Still more remarkably, the ringleader yet lives, for the time being at least. The Katarjins are doing what they can for her, but she may not live through the night. You know, it's a hell of a lot better than her just being straight up dead. Given their impeccable timing, it is likely that the convictors who drew us away from the hamlet were in league with the protesters. Accordingly, we have detained them for questioning. I'll be sworn that these villains spent as much effort plotting the failure of this peace conference as we did its success. Well, if the mood of the hamlet is any indication, theirs have been the more fruitful labors. In the wake of the protests, the people seem disillusioned. Yeah, people are really against peace now. They're not happy. You spoke with him then? I see. Sir Emmerich placed his trust in me. It'll be difficult to explain what has happened here. Remember how far we have come, First Commander. The people's faith may be shaken, but we convinced them before, and we'll do so again. Yeah, thankfully, in this case, this was a highborn Ishgardian shooting a commoner from Ishgard. This was not a Dravanian attack. This was not the dragons attacking. So this is bad? Artoirel is probably right. This can be fixed. It just sets us back quite a bit. If we can but find a means to remind them, to show them once more the promise that change holds for all, then this tragedy too shall pass into the past. We must pray that you are right. Nevertheless, for the time being, I have no choice but to suspend the peace conference, pending Sir Emmerich's final decision. Under the circumstances, I cannot leave Falcon's Nest. Sotaro, will you deliver my report to the Lord Commander in my stead? Yes, I can. Get up, Amonelane. You're going with her. Go on without me. I was not asking. You will answer for your actions, in person. Is that clear? Yes, my lord. Come, Honoroi. Your manservant is not here. In fact, I have not seen him for some time. Honoroi? Honoroi! I could have sworn he was... Too ashamed to be seen near you? Probably. Oh, you two hang in there. Do what you can. I'll deal with this. Once I have determined that my presence is no longer required, I will return to the capital as well. Pray give my regards to the Lord Commander. I too had best remain here for a time. I should hope that the worst has passed, but it is too early to say for certain. Yeah, just do what you can. We've got a mess. We've got a mess everywhere to clean up. Where is he? Possibly heading back to Ishgard himself. Oh! Honoroi! Are you okay?
Onawa! No, no! What have they done to you? Onawa! Onawa!
Is that you, my lord? You seem rather flustered.
Because of you, you imbecile! What in the seven hells happened to you?
My apologies. Some few of the guests expressed a wish to leave, and I implored them to stay. It would seem they took issue with my request.
Oh, gods forgive me. If I had only been more careful with my words.
Do not blame yourself, my lord. I know that you and your brother have Ishgard's best interests at heart. That poor woman. She lives in the past, clinging to the memories of the lost. But the future holds so much promise, so much joy. And you know that better than any.
Onawa?
Calm yourself. The boy will live. But it's imperative we get him inside and into the care of a Kairujin without delay.
Oh, we were so close! Why does it all have to fall to pieces? Don't they want to live in peace? Don't they want to be happy? We all want the same thing! And still it falls to pieces! Tell me, what was I supposed to do? Someone, anyone, tell me, what was I supposed to do?
Stop looking to others. You make your choice and you live with the consequences.
And what would you know about consequences? You who always know just what to say and just what to do. Your every deed is greeted with a round of applause.
You know nothing about me. I have fought tooth and nail for the people I hold dear. Done everything in my power to save them. And I have failed. Learn to live with it. I have.
God damn. Also, finally getting the proper pronunciation of Anawa's name. Apologies for getting it wrong for so long. We gotta get you to a chirurgeon. Emonelaine, stop fucking deflecting. You fucked up. It was your mistake. Now you gotta help fix it. And we'll take him to the chirurgeon. It is the least I can do. I noticed a couple episodes ago, I forget exactly in which context, Fagrid had his blindfold off in a cutscene, and apparently he has heterochromia now. So that's interesting. That's fun to learn. I may have overreacted, but it needed to be done. He was becoming hysterical. No, he deserved it. I understand the desire to look for reasons, for excuses, to convince yourself you had no choice. But the past is the past, and there is not to be gained from reliving your mistakes. I know this, but he... Yeah. He fucked up, and he's gotta learn how to deal with it. The protesters... Emonelaine, what the protesters want is justice. They feel... They don't realize that Ishgard is on the wrong side of history here. They want so desperately to be the good guys, to be the ones aggrieved. And they are. In many ways, they are. Their families have been murdered over and over again for 1,000 years for crimes of the distant past, of the leaders of Ishgard, not of the common folk. This is not necessarily the fault of the Ishgardian citizens, and yet they have been made to bear the consequences. But that doesn't mean the Ravanians are in the wrong for wanting justice themselves. It is a cycle of vengeance, and it needs to stop at some point. If you get your justice, then the Ravanians will want to get their justice, and so on and so forth. Peace conference, where we can bury the hatchet, start over, rebuild relations, is possibly the best way we can go forward. Alright, let's finish off today with a Rising Stones check. There's almost certainly no changes, but I do want to check to be sure. It does look like there's no changes. Okay, I figured that was probably the case. Just wanted to come and be sure. Fair enough. I'm trying to stay more on top of it because there are several plot lines that we missed despite me trying to be thorough in the past, so I'm just trying to be better about it. Alright. With that, next time on Final Fantasy XIV, we continue to pick up the pieces after this absolute catastrophe. Artoriel is correct. This is not something that is unsalvageable. It is a really, really bad setback, but it is nothing that we can't fix with a little bit of effort and a little bit more time. So, next time, we're heading off to file a report with Emmerich. He's not going to be happy, but we'll figure it out. I'll see everyone next time for that.